Sunday. So that means Sunday talk show. We're gonna talk about the Suicide Squad today. We're gonna get the panel introduced and get into it. We're missing a couple of people. J1's absent. Hopefully he feels better soon. But we'll get into it. We got the sexy lady of all Pop Tarts up first. What's up, Pop Tart Timmy?
What's up, man?
Man, that logo right there.
Thanks, man. I posted for it myself, actually.
Damn, that's from the OnlyFans or what?
Yeah. I'm telling you, y'all missing out.
Damn. If you miss it, if you haven't subscribed up on his OnlyFans, man, gotta get him. Get pictures like that. But we got my man Comic Journey in the house. Back at it again. What's up?
What's going on, guys? Did you call Tim a sexy girl?
Yeah,
Sexy lady?
yeah, that is right.
I'm just making sure. Are we calling people ladies and men now, or are we supposed to?
I mean, if you see if you see
what are we
Pop
doing?
Tart Timmy's logo, man, he's a sexy lady.
All right, just making sure, we're being politically correct.
Yes, sir. We got Purple Mystic in the house. What's going on, brother? So let me go ahead and introduce the next panel list. We got White Pages with B Finnegan in the house. What's going on, guys?
What's happening, man?
What up?
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Yes, sir. All right, appreciate you guys coming out, man.
That is a nice legend double.
Hey, man, that's like better than mine. How many signatures on that bad boy?
We got 8 on this one.
Ah, damn, I only got one.
That is a nice. I'm not talking about the Venom. I'm talking about next to right
Custom
behind
label. Got more the names on the back. They got to go on the back. They didn't have enough room on the front. Got a one remark too, a little Venom drawing by De La Rosa. I figured now's a good time to flex that. I don't know. I heard something about a movie coming out.
Oh, snap. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the Freeze brothers. What's up?
What's up? How you doing? You hear me? Hello?
Hey, you're there. I hear you.
I didn't hear anything from anybody. I can't hear you.
Oh, my God. Here comes
Come
Pop
on,
Tart.
troll.
Oh, man. All right, so that's going to be the panel for tonight. Cam might slip in, say what's up. But let's get into it. Pop Tart, you watch Suicide Squad, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your take and your opinion on the Suicide?
Wait, shouldn't we say spoilers first, just in case someone hasn't seen it?
No, well, that's self-explanatory. I mean, if you already know, on this show we spoil everything.
All right.
and it's in the title. It says Suicide Squad movie 2021.
All right.
So if you don't know, now you know.
Well, we should write spoilers in the title.
Well, they know now.
You're going to get that one prick that's going to start harassing you and say, "You spoiled the whole freaking movie for me."
Ah, man. So yeah, definitely. If you don't like spoilers, this ain't the show for you. Honda Jabroni, my brother, man. What's going on? Appreciate you coming. But yeah, Timmy, what you think about this new Suicide Squad?
I think it was good, man. It was I enjoyed it. It was funny. I liked the gore. I really liked the gore. I didn't realize it was a rated R movie until people started fucking getting shot in the face in the first 2 minutes. Yeah, I was like, oh shit! I thought the shit was PG-13, man. I was like,
people got shot.
Yeah, some guy doesn't make it very long. Sorry, you know, from another show. He doesn't make it very long. I want to buy that character just because I like Pete Davidson, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that because he's playing that character, and he's the first one to die. It pissed me off, dude. He dies in the first 7 minutes, I'd say. Yeah, he's the first one to die. Well, hey, did you finish the movie?
So we got a comment in the chat, and we were talking about this earlier.
Oh. Not for me, but that's just me. I did not like the original at all.
I think it's a lot funnier. I had more fun. Like I rewatched it twice.
So-
What was the comment? I didn't see the comment.
I
The
told
one from 2016 is better. Purple Mystic said.
Yeah.
I would have to disagree.
Purple, if you're watching this, what I'm doing right now is because of you.
No, it's,
He said I'm completely joking, just to let y'all know.
All right, yeah. I'm like, I don't think people who, after seeing both of these, would say that they like the original more, or the one from 2016. We're not going to call it the original.
Mm.
They're two totally different films. That's more of a PG film. This is more obviously adult.
I think I think on this one it was really gory, kind of like how Pop Tart Timmy said.
Yeah, it's over the top.
Like when I seen his head explode, my mouth dropped.
So did his. He didn't have it anymore.
Yeah, but you gotta explain to the audience. It's not Toxic Avenger type of head exploding. It's
Oh
like-
yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's very
only a few
legit.
times.
It's
Like-
very legit.
The graphics on this movie, I can commend them for it. They really did a good job on the graphics, especially when it came to when Harley got into her little battle. You know how she do, and she was over there slicing people's heads off and all that other stuff. It seemed really realistic in my opinion.
It almost seemed like an unrated version when I was watching. Like they really put a lot in here, dude. There's a lot of gore.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see it right now. Like there's the scene with the helicopter right in the beginning, it's just chopping people up.
Oh,
It's
that-
definitely on R rating, that's for sure.
that one right there with the helicopter, that one was insane.
That whole beginning, Private Ryan homage.
Yeah, well, that's a good call out. Very Private Ryan. They're on the beach, they storm it, and they don't make it.
Not a lot of them make it out, man.
But I mean, who didn't laugh at the one dude? What is his arms detach from him and they attack people and slap them?
Who-
Oh my god.
What kind of
What is
fucking
that character?
power is that? Like my hands detach and I get to slap everybody. Like just give them a couple of good slaps and like.
I mean, the Weasel character is useless, but that's even more useless.
I mean, where did he even go? Like, did he die? Like,
Who, Weasel?
yeah.
Finish the movie.
Did you finish
Did
the
you
movie?
finish the movie?
No, I didn't
Except we
finish
didn't
it.
watch the movie.
Watch the movie.
Finish it, then you'll see.
Well, fuck all that. Just tell me what happened to the fucking weasel.
You're one of those guys. Oh, you can't be one of them. You watched 2 hours of it. There's only 10 minutes left.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I gotta watch a thing I'm supposed to be doing for this
You're
thing.
telling the guy to read through it. You're even halfway through.
Watch the movie.
Obviously, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you watch it.
Hey, Superman comes and saves the weasel.
The motherfucking weasel fucking disappeared.
You got to watch the movie.
Oh my.
Just like you said they did Peacemaker dirty. You got to watch the movie.
They did do Peacemaker dirty. He's like the wackest character of them all.
Are you
Well,
kidding me? When he walks to that camp and stabs a dude 15 times while he's walking past them, that's one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time.
Bro, when he's in his tidy whities, like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Honestly, I'm gonna say it again. I think Harley was the best character of the movie. When she what other
The
character on
Three
the
brothers didn't like Harley Quinn, but they liked when John Cena was in his underwear.
I paused that part.
If you're going
I'm just keeping track. That's all.
If you're going on straight acting, my opinion was Idris Elba was the best actor.
Yeah, wait. I want to get.
He was having so much fun with this role, man.
That's a very good question. I want to be able to process that. So you didn't like Harley. You think she was the weakest character out of the movie, but then you like John Cena in his underwear.
No, he wasn't my favorite. I'm saying the best
Okay.
acting.
Yeah, but Harley's accent is
No,
beyond
but that's a personal preference.
That's acting.
That's you not liking her accent. That's nothing to do with her in the movie.
Could they have done a better job on Harley?
Yes.
Yes.
No one's disagreeing to that. They could have done a lot better on Harley. Um,
Well, why?
I mean, I'll
Why?
ask you
Why
Better on
couldn't-
John Cena?
I'll ask you right now. Did you see Cena turn? Did you see Peacemaker become bad?
no.
Okay, well,
I ain't get that far.
Where are you? You missed like the whole the third act.
I had to come here.
No, okay, yeah, he's watch that, and you'll see how important he is in this movie. He's
Well, that's
huge.
where did you stop in the movie?
Probably right before that. Where'd you stop?
Where Harley was kicking ass
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, there's still a lot.
when she was chained up.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
supposed
so
to
Yeah,
got
more
to
than
the
half
third
the
act,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't even get to the third act yet.
Yeah,
At the end of the third, yeah, you didn't even see the end. Yeah, there's a lot
Purple
The third
Misty
act-
said John Cena was in the
in
movie.
the movie.
Hey, okay, so what were they doing in the club? I didn't understand that. Like,
We're waiting for the Tinker.
They were trying to kidnap that dude with all the stuff in his head, the brain guy, whatever his name was.
but the way John Cena was dancing, bro, like I couldn't do it.
He's playing
How
the
do you
corny
expect
white
that
guy.
fast, dude?
He only did 40 minutes of the movie.
John Travolta on that?
No, he got past it. Yeah.
Are you guys really saying that John Cena is a good actor?
He's in this movie. He shows that he can be very funny.
Funny?
Yeah, he can be very funny. He's not just like straight laced, I know, PG wrestling guy. He can actually do an over the top R rated scene and actually be funny while he does it. I
He
think
was
he's
playing
really
that
good.
movie with that comedian.
Grown Ups.
Trainwreck.
Oh no,
Yeah,
the
there you go,
father.
Trainwreck.
Oh, the
Oh
fire.
yeah. I didn't see that.
He's not a bad actor. Anybody who comes from the movie, from wrestling, comes
Yeah,
to
you
the
already
movies,
got it.
they're usually good actors.
No, I disagree with that. Don't say that.
What?
Except for like, there's only one good wrestler who became an actor. That was The Rock. Everybody else is garbage.
Roddy Piper was awesome. How you gonna tell him?
Roddy
Right,
Piper.
The
Yeah,
Rock is
Piper's in
garbage.
like one movie. What else was he in
No,
besides They
Piper?
Live?
Oh, yeah, hey,
Yeah,
when
it's
you
only
make
in
a
They Live.
masterpiece, why make
No
another
way.
one?
He's
You
in
know
a
what I
lot of
mean? Like,
movies.
I
You're
made
wrong.
They Live. Quit while you're ahead. No holds barred. Come on, man.
Oh,
Andre the
oh, yeah,
Giant,
that's a
Princess
wrestling.
Bride.
That's a wrestler playing in a wrestling movie.
Yeah, because that's all their life is acting. So when they come over to a movie, they do.
Well, Rock's
very-
the only one who really broke out. The Rock really
No,
broke
but
out.
Yeah, but
Piper
that's
was great.
The Rock sucks.
The Rock's a horrible actor. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no, I don't
Piper
think
was
he's an
great,
actor,
man.
but he's made the most money.
What's that Tooth Fairy movie that he was in?
Oh, yeah, I think that was it. I
Those
think it
early
was
roles, you can't count those. Those are trash.
Have you guys seen commercials for the Jungle Cruise? Oh my god, that looks ridiculous.
I mean, if anybody was done bad in this movie, I don't know any of the lore of this character. What the hell is the polka dot guy? What?
No,
what
that was
is
cool. They made
Oh,
it
Batman.
so awesome.
I don't understand that, dude.
I didn't understand the weasel.
Well, he explained it in the movie.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just a weird ability. He had some of the funniest scenes when he has to picture his mom.
Yeah,
That's
with his mom's dude.
some of the funniest shit in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, her as Starro was funny.
Yeah,
I'll say the rat chick's hotter than Harley Quinn.
Dude, yeah, I fucking love that girl, dude. She's fucking.
Stone Cold did some movies. Honda Gironi said.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
they
straight
suck.
DVD movie.
So wait, how many people?
Except
How
for the
many,
Cut Gun. That was a good movie.
Which
how
one?
many people realize the voice of King Shark?
Oh yeah,
Who?
it's Sylvester.
Alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they announced that like last year or 2 years
That
ago.
was awesome, dude. King Shark is so good in this movie.
Sounded smart.
Man,
Like I said, if you like Guardians of the Galaxy because it's James Gunn type movie, you'll definitely enjoy this. That's the best advice for anyone going into it. And be aware, this is not for kids at all. There's no way.
I feel like every character also got like a little bit, like a little moment or something like that. They weren't just like tossed aside. You know what I mean? Like except the first fucking team. Like fuck them, they all died.
Oh yeah, because they were the distraction for them to arrive on the other side of the beach.
I think that was the most fucked up shit in the world.
That's
Like-
great.
She was literally a savage. She was like, turn back around.
Oh yeah, she gets hers at the end.
Oh, dude, that was funny. So I went out like a little bitch, bro. I was like, all right, he's gonna fucking. He's like the opening shot of the movie, and he's like fucking with the ball, and then like, oh, he's gonna die like that, like a little bitch.
I mean, look at their abilities. One guy had a javelin. What's it for? Just the javelin. Like, what?
Yeah, that Javelin's MVP of this movie.
Yeah, we know. At the end, it is.
Just for you, Pop Tart. Just for you.
What about Milton? Who picked up on Milton? That was the weirdest thing when they had that slow mo walking scene. and you see Milton on the right.
Is it fucking Milton? What the fuck's he doing there?
What's this dude gonna do to anyone? He's just a regular guy. He doesn't have
When
any.
he gets murked in the little conversation, Milton was still with us.
Who's Milton?
Who the fuck is Milton? Oh, dude, this movie was funny.
It's a shame though, because James Gunn is only doing this, right? Then he's back to Marvel.
All right.
Is he going back tomorrow?
Yeah, because they want to make money.
So on that note, on a scale of 1 to 10, Pop Tart, what would you give Suicide Squad #2?
7.
Freeze,
7.5.
White Pages, and B.
Probably about 6.5, 7.
I give it a 7.
And I went with 6.5.
I'm gonna give it a 8, considering I haven't seen it, but you haven't seen it either, so I'm gonna give it the same kind of rating you do. But
I
based on
enjoyed it. It was
what,
fun. It was good.
Yeah, he was.
It lost
He was.
it for me in the third act when all the other threats were removed and it became the big threat overall. You know, the large threat that threatened more than just them. And it just kind of lost it for me, just the whole way it all played out and just how it looked. Just kind of. But like I said, it was still good. Still enjoyed it. Still better than the first one. I thought they did a good job of highlighting every character in there at some point or another, with some depth to them. The whole opening MacGuffin thing with the other crew was cool. I enjoyed that, and it was written well. It was performed well. So I would recommend it if you're looking for nothing. If you got nothing else to do.
you guys keep saying that it's better than the first one. The first one, I really don't think was that bad.
It's not that it was bad, but it wasn't great.
So many missed opportunities with that first one.
It does
I think
get
you can bad rap because of the joke.
I don't know, maybe because I'm not a big Suicide Squad reader.
I'm not either. But
I basically went into it not knowing much, but soundtrack that had a killer soundtrack that first.
watch this one. Watch this one. This one's got a way better soundtrack.
The Joker thing. As much as people hate him, it was nice that they had that element that was part of Harley's background.
I didn't hate that Joker either. I know a lot of people don't like it.
I just don't like a gangster Joker with a metal grill. Like it's just it was stupid to me. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. But hey, they wanted to make him some kind of gangster guy. All right, I got it. But the tattoos, the how do you call it, grill that they had on him, it just wasn't Joker. It just didn't make any sense to me. But he wasn't bad. He wasn't horrible. He played the role decent. He looked like a nutty Joker.
Did you like the Joker at the end of the
Zack Snyder cut?
Justice League cut? Yeah,
Was the same guy.
pretty much. They went a little less on the gangster part.
Yeah, he looked like he had a little bit more input, his input, whatever. Wasn't
Yeah, I mean, if you like Purple Mystic said, if you look at all the Jokers that have been filmed so far, that's definitely the one that ranks the lowest.
Yeah, I don't know why, because the guy from the '60s television series wasn't a great Joker.
Oh, there's no doubt. He had the look down too, and the sound, and the voice, and everything.
Mustache Joker.
Yeah, exactly. The one that had
The flower and the
mustache.
water and
Ronaldo
The
Rivera.
mail. So I don't know. Jack Nicholson was great as the Joker, believable.
That's part of the problem, though. With every great performance of the Joker, someone's got to do something different, and it gets harder
Yeah.
and harder. That's the problem with writing Superman or all these books, I mean,
Heath
it's only
Ledger
what's already been
was
done, in my opinion, anyway.
Well, that's just an issue with DC. That's a DC thing. 'Cause they got what, 25 Batmans already?
I mean, well, they've just been around for so much longer, and their stories are just. It's hard to do anything fresh with these guys.
Yeah, it's rough.
People don't go, whatever, that sucks.
Honestly, who's really that excited to see the new Batman movie?
Me.
I'll check it
Let's
out.
be honest.
Only if Punchline is in
I
there.
was being honest. I'll check it out. I thought it
I'll check it out. If that's up against, say, Shang-Chi comes out the same day. I know they don't. Just say they were both coming out the same day. You're gonna go see Batman 8000, or you're gonna see Shang-Chi?
Batman.
I'll go see Batman. That
Yeah,
character
I'll
was
wait
pretty
whichever
stacked,
one
man. They had a lot of good
less
actors in the
crowded,
Batman.
I'm not trying to wait with all these people and all that.
I'll probably see Shang-Chi.
I see.
I probably have more
Batman,
fun with
but I'm
that shit.
not gonna be
I'm down for Batman.
I can't watch his parents get killed again. It's like the 9,000th time.
That's the best part, man.
That's all it is. Every movie's the same thing.
Without that, there's no Batman.
I know. I mean, I think Robert Pattinson's a good actor, but I mean,
It
this
looks
is what
interesting. It looks. Some of the makeup on those guys is pretty crazy.
I mean,
You know what? I'm ready for
Christian Bale
another
was the perfect
Superman
Batman.
movie.
well, he deserves his own movie because Superman's get treated like shit in DC. They don't use him at all.
Who?
Superman, he gets totally looked over.
he's a hard
Yeah.
character.
He's just kind of boring, though. I mean,
But he's a good. I think Henry Cavill's a good Superman. I mean, I don't know why they don't use him more.
as a bad guy.
It's because he's a super hard character. He's
What-
super
what-
hard.
One of the things that I've heard KM say is if Superman wasn't all powerful, then he'd be a better character that wouldn't get overlooked.
That's
Would
what
be more relatable.
Yeah, if he was just kind of okay, man.
Because it's hard to like feel like the stakes in a movie for him because like he's fucking God.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't do anything to him.
That's why you have kryptonite.
I mean that's
boring though.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Thor's a
Thor
god.
is
He was
gas.
portrayed pretty well. I mean, Thor's
Well,
a god.
he's-
He's not as powerful as Superman, but he's still a
Yeah.
god.
Like it's
But yeah, that's
Thor's
the thing.
beatable, you
He's
know what I
not.
mean? His universe
He's
is
not
beatable.
powerful.
Yeah, well, in the comics he is now. He's like ridiculously powerful,
Yeah.
but
Well, you know what? Thor can still have the full kick his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Superman
that's
can
what I'm
kick his
not
ass.
now. Hulk
Thor-
can do anything to
Thor
this
can
Thor
still
right
be
now.
defeated, but the thing is, the only way to defeat Superman, fucking purple mystic, yo. The only way to defeat. Oh shit! He jumped out. The only way to defeat Superman is kryptonite,
Yeah, it's the only weakness.
which is quite boring. You have to have kryptonite
Imagine.
in order to beat
Yeah.
Superman.
That's all you need.
Unlike-
Nothing else.
Unlike, so I mean, there's Harley, there's Joker, there's Batman. You don't. They could just get the ass kicked at any moment.
Yeah.
You don't need a stone or a gem to defeat him.
And that's the point. That's why he's such a hard character to be able to
Oh, that was my part.
to actually do anything good with. He's really hard. Like
He said, "Are you for real, Maddie?" I can't.
what do you guys think? Is this thing starting to look like the Scream guy?
Yeah, it looks like him. Looks like Ghostface.
Harley
Yeah.
The hardest thing I'm doing right now, I'm not looking at any reference, and it sucks because I'm trying to remember what he looks like.
Black and white with a big mouth.
On a side note with Superman, did any of you guys see that movie? What is that? Brightburn?
Yeah.
Brightburn by J.J.
Oh yeah,
Abrams?
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a very interesting. I mean, it's not Superman per se, but that
Yeah,
take
we
is
got
one of the
it.
best ones you could do.
You gonna disrespect Superman like that?
Did you ever see it?
No.
Like
Oh, it's
so-
Superman if he was a young kid and he was bad
Yeah, but he
and
becomes,
killed everybody.
like, yeah, he's a little piece of shit.
You should definitely watch that movie.
Brightburn?
Planning a multiverse
Brightburn.
in that movie?
12, maybe. It's got what's her name, Elizabeth Banks in it.
It sounds like my type of movie.
Yeah,
Dude, there's a scene with a dude in a truck that's pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous.
with what's his name from Breaking Bad,
Yep.
Breaking Bad.
Oh man, who was it?
Weasel or whatever his name.
Yeah, the guy. I'm forgetting his name.
Drug
Turtle.
If you saw the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's crazy though. That looks
Yeah, it's
fucking
basically if
crazy.
Superman landed here and he didn't want to save people, he used his power to kill people.
You just
Yeah,
wanna
Vince
fuck
summed it up.
motherfuckers
It's like
up.
Homelander as a kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a good one, just like that. Yeah, see?
Definitely something I'm gonna have to look into, man.
You dig it the most, man.
Probably.
You know, I always loved that son of the Red Sun or something like that.
Yeah, the comic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, they even made a cartoon of it. That wasn't that bad. That's the one thing DC's got a lock on. As far as animation.
Yeah, their Elseworld lines. The only thing I really care about is stuff that's out of continuity, where they play with the characters more. That's the good stuff.
I said it once and I say it again. I think
Say it.
if they did Nice House on the Lake as like a movie or like as a continuing series, I think that'd be the best DC series that had came out.
I mean, we gotta see where the story goes. It's only 3 issues in, but yeah, it's got potential to be insane.
Yeah, that's
They
what I'm
got a
saying.
lot of good stuff. DC's got a lot of good stuff in that Vertigo line that they're not using just for TV.
Well, Sandman's gonna be their big thing coming now. That's gonna be huge.
Right, Swamp Thing would be awesome too.
Yeah.
They
Well, they
do the
flopped
White-
those movies
the
back.
White
then.
Last Man.
Yeah, Why Last Man's coming out. That looks really good.
Yep.
That Vertigo line has a lot of hidden gems.
He's right next to me. And he's writing this stuff in the chat.
Are we really gonna go back to this? Wonder Woman 84.
I agree with that though.
What did you guys think of that?
It was bad. It was bad.
alright.
It was a ridiculous.
You know what? I'm going to say this about it too. It was not horrible.
It wasn't horrible, but
It was not
kind of like
What
Kinda
is
like
horrible
what-
in it?
what-
That wasn't.
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
It's
Kinda
the
like what-
problem was it wasn't nearly as good as the first one. The first one I thought was awesome.
Yeah, the first one's one of the better DC movies.
I thought it was by far the best DC movie since the Batman.
you know what the biggest problem is, and why you guys think that Wonder Woman 84 was the worst movie ever
Why?
is because you had to wait for it, and it wasn't what you expected.
Yeah, I guess.
There were a
Yeah.
lot of holes. There were a lot of holes in the movie
Yeah, the
itself.
storyline was horrendous.
Yeah, it made no sense.
Chris Pine was the worst character I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's an exaggeration. There's worse characters than Chris
He was
Pine.
pretty bad though. Like he was like a mirror version of somebody else. It was the dumbest concept ever.
Well, I thought the CG on Cheetah sucked.
How the Jabronis, right? At least it was better than Green Lantern.
Did anybody here like the Green Lantern?
No,
Wait,
I didn't even watch it. I can't say I like it or wouldn't. I refuse to
That
watch
one
it.
I won't say was horrible.
I refuse to watch it.
Yeah, that one, you know what? You should watch it just so you know what a bad movie should look like.
I know, I've seen a lot of bad ones. I don't have to watch that one too now.
I'm the king of watching horrible movies and B movies. I actually get a kick out of them.
Did you say horror or horrible?
Horrible.
horrible?
It's bad. It's got to be bad.
No, dude. Fantastic Four, 2015 was bad.
That's a joke. That's one of the worst ones.
You know what? That wasn't it. I thought the first one was worse than the first set of Fantastic Fours. I didn't think it was that good either.
It wasn't that good, but it was better than the one they just came out with.
You know what?
That had a good cast.
They changed the storyline so much that made it bad.
It was horrible.
They look good in that kind of. The CG was pretty good.
Silver Surfer, is that what it was?
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny. Has anyone ever seen Fantastic Four from 1994?
Yeah, Roger Corman.
94. Which one is that?
And so it's the horrible Roger Corman one. That was how Fox retained the rights to Fantastic Four. You guys know the story behind that?
Yep.
So basically, what happened with that was, in order to keep the rights to Fantastic Four, they had to release a movie. So they released probably one of the worst movies ever made. Maybe Captain America was worse than that. I don't know which one was worse. They were both pretty bad. But they did that only to be able to retain the rights. And they did it like on a shoestring budget. I think it was like $1 million to $2 million back then, which was still small for that kind of budget movie. And Marvel was so embarrassed by it that they paid them not to release it.
Yeah,
That's how
I don't see any movie in IMDb from 1994 for Fantastic
I
Four.
think it was an 84.
It's right here. They got a 3.
No, it's 90s,
3.8
early
out of
90s.
10. 30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It was
So-
early 90s.
I looked up one of the worst comic movies of all time, and that hit number one.
And you know what?
Oh, I see.
All within right. It was a horrible movie.
Oh God, look at the poster. What is this?
It was a really, really bad movie. And that's being really nice about it. It wasn't even bad in a funny way, like trauma movies, because I like
It was
trauma
not
movies.
fantastic at all.
It looks like it's Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren like caliber.
Right.
Oh, that means Dolph Lundgren, Master of the Universe, looked like a masterpiece.
Well, that's bad then. That's
Yeah.
terrible too.
Meteor Man.
But Meteor Man's awesome.
Anybody ever see the
Yo.
Dolph Lundgren Punisher?
That is one of the worst movie posters I've ever
What
seen.
about
It's
Blank?
bad, right? You just saw.
Yo,
David Wayne.
what?
Look at the thing. He looks horrendous.
Legend.
I'm gonna try to pop that shit up on
Oh,
the
don't.
motherfucking-
Shut the stream off, dude. Don't put it up.
Did y'all see
Oh.
that Punisher movie, like from the
Oh
80s
my-
with Dolph Lundgren?
You guys seen
Yeah,
it?
that was bad too.
I didn't think it was that horrible.
Ah, I like the newer ones. The one, what was it? Punisher Warzone. That one's insane. That one's so violent.
Is he good? Because I never wanted to watch it.
Yeah, that one's very violent. That's actually a good one.
You know, I
Dude,
didn't
look at
think-
that. Look
I
at
didn't
that. Oh my God, what's his name to the right? Matt, what's his name? Look. This dude, what's he from?
Oh, he was like I can't remember.
Oh,
Something
he's from
really bad.
something.
The thing looked like
Look at
a
Reed
John
Richards.
Cena
Oh my
one.
god.
Wait, does Reed only have gray hair on one side?
It looks like
Yeah.
a family photo where everyone dressed
I
up.
think it was like burnt fried chicken, man.
The thing looks like Ginger Dead Man.
Oh my god! Like,
That's worse
What
than
is-
the Michael Chiklis thing.
Yeah.
That's bad, man.
I
I might have to
understand.
watch that.
I can understand that it was 1994.
Yeah,
but
but that
damn,
don't
Toxic
excuse
Avenger
what you just showed.
No, we need to watch that for a stream one day.
Looks
Just
like
watch
it was
some of the movie.
1894. Damn.
Guys, I swear, I could do better makeup effects on that thing without any knowledge of how to do that than what they did on that movie.
That looks horrible. I'm gonna watch a trailer right after this.
Oh my God, you're gonna get a kick. You know what? Going back all these years later and watching it again, just to be amused by how horrible it is, you're still gonna think it's horrible. You're not even gonna be amused. That's how bad it is. You know, usually I go back to a lot of these movies and I'm like, you know, the movies somehow become a cult classic. Not this one. This one's terrible.
Now we gotta talk about some good movies. There's too many of these bad movies.
But you know what? Dolph Lundgren Punisher was not a good movie, but it was not as horrible or even close to horrible as these other ones were.
Oh no. But it wasn't good. It wasn't like, okay, I'm glad this is the Punisher that they're doing. Like, no.
No, definitely not. The one they did actually, with what's his name?
The Netflix one's probably the best one.
That was great. That really was good.
The Thomas Jane ones? You're talking about the Thomas Jane ones?
Which one was the one that had Diesel?
Yeah, it's Thomas
Kevin
Jane.
Nash.
Yeah, it's Thomas Jane.
That wasn't bad.
They're not bad.
You know, just like Ghost Rider. Oh yes, everybody hates Nicolas Cage or whatever the case is.
Nicolas Cage is awesome. You can't hate
It was not that bad. You know,
It's not Ghost Rider, but I mean,
They're bad enough though.
Yeah, it's not like, okay, now we have Ghost Rider in the MCU. It's like, okay, we got to do it again.
let's see who's gonna fight me on this one. What's the first MCU movie ever?
Howard the
like,
Duck.
cinematic.
Wrong.
Blade.
Next.
It's not Meteor Man.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're talking about before that.
I don't know.
Conan the Barbarian.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
think it was Conan the Barbarian. I didn't get my answer.
You know, because you gotta see the end credits. And the end credits, Marvel Entertainment Group in big bold writing with a Spider-Man hanging right over the logo. People forget that.
Did y'all see that show in Japan where Spider-Man's a fucking Power Ranger?
You know what? That's so wonky. It's good. That is such a freaky version of Spider-Man that I like it. Just because it's so damn Japanese
Yeah, it's
version.
fucking Spider-Man Megazord is fucking awesome.
damn, I guess I was wrong. I was gonna say fucking Iron Man, but
Oh, Iron Man. I mean, that's the first in this MCU. That was the first one.
Actually, no.
The first one that mattered.
Incredible Hulk came before this MCU.
Yeah, but it wasn't the
Well,
same
he
Hulk.
Blade.
But it wasn't the same Hulk.
It was still Thunderbolt Ross. It was part of canon.
Yeah, I know, but just like his Hulk wasn't in this. Like the real first of this whole 22 or 21 movie grouping
It
was
not the
Iron
Incredible
Man.
Hulk.
Yeah.
The Incredulous Hulk.
The Incredulous Hulk.
You know that, and I thought that movie was that version of Hulk, with the way the CGI and everything looked on it, was so much better than what they're doing with Ruffalo. He looked like a freaking savage in that movie.
Yeah, like Purple Mystic said, Iron Man was the first good one. That was the first like legit one. Yeah.
Blade was still
But Blade's R-rated movie doesn't count. I love Blade.
Blade was a good movie.
Blade's amazing, but it doesn't count because it's R-rated and it's not part of like the MCU. That's why they got to reboot it now.
Well, we're not going to be counting Deadpool either, if that's the case.
No, I mean no, it's not part of it. I mean Deadpool is its own thing.
Isn't it part of
When
it?
Blade started, it had the first. I think that was the first movie with the Marvel thing in the beginning.
Oh shit! Fucking
that's-
Purple Mystic makes me laugh, man. He said it was the first good one.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was. I mean, out of this MCU, Blade was awesome.
Blade 1 and maybe Blade 2.
Tracy
Blade 3,
Williams.
not so much.
I mean, they each got weaker compared to the first one, but Blade Trinity's not terrible. It's
Blade 2 is
watchable.
my favorite.
It was
Which
pretty
one?
bad, though.
Dope. You like all that?
I wonder how Morbius is going to be now because we got Joker playing him, right? Jared Leto.
I actually have a lot of good expectations for
He's
that.
a good actor, so
Yeah, he is.
Jared Leto is a phenomenal actor, man.
I got really high expectations for Morbius, because one, they're not really pushing and promoting it right now, which I kind of like, because the more they push these movies and get our expectations up, the more of a letdown it's going to be. Like that's why I'm getting kind of nervous about Venom not really cutting it, but we'll see.
But we all know the best move ever is what Spider-Man's doing. No trailer.
That's,
There is no trailer.
Well, that could be possibly because they're not done yet.
No, they said they're not going to release one. There's going to be no trailer. The movie's just going to come out.
Any trailer would give away too much. Probably.
That is the best. I think because you're going to see it regardless.
That's how you know it's bad.
No way. No.
Go
I think that's the best way to do
Suicide
it.
That series of Spider-Man hasn't disappointed me yet, so I can't say anything. Well, that's been a pleasantly surprising, good rendition of Spider-Man. Not that the ones with Tobey Maguire were bad; they were pretty decent.
the
for
first
the
two are really good.
I
The
didn't
first
like
two
it.
are amazing. The third
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
The Venom thing killed it because
a lot of things
it
killed that
was
third one.
comical, but even with the poor CGI and the poor Goblin costume and everything, for the time that it came out, it was not bad. It was actually pretty good.
I like watching it. It's just not a good movie.
It's just not up to snuff with the first two. The first
Do
two, are
y'all,
like,
do y'all like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies?
no,
No, they were good. They weren't
No,
horrendous.
I don't like him.
I like them.
I don't like him as Spider-Man. He's too.
I don't like them as well as the other ones, but I don't dislike them as movies.
To be honest, I like him better than Tobey Maguire.
The look
Maguire
at
all
it,
shuts things down, though. You know that Peter Parker. Oh man, what was-
Garfield was like a little too angry or sad all the time. Like Peter
I
Parker
think
had
it's
such a
cool.
humor
Spider-Man.
about him, you know.
Yeah, Garfield looks like he wanted to cry. He was on the edge of crying at any second.
Yeah. You're right.
I
mean,
think
He wasn't
it's
dorky.
cool,
You
actually.
got to be kind of geeky to be Peter Parker in the
You
beginning.
gotta be a full-blown nerd.
Yeah,
yeah,
he wasn't. He looked like a freaking like a mall
yeah,
model.
fucking Andrew Garfield, for Christ's
Yeah.
sake.
Exactly.
He was like emo Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. His hair was all coiffed, just perfect.
But I mean, did they nail it with Tom Holland or what? He's like perfect.
Yeah, he's a cross between the two. Yeah, I
He's
think.
Yeah, I think the cross between two. Yeah.
Well,
Everybody
not
just
only
talks too much, gets his
he's got
humor.
that youth to him too, which is really good because
Yeah.
he's supposed to be a teenager.
And then it's Marissa Tomei in that one too, so we can't go wrong there at all.
Yes.
She's in the new ones. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She's my
Purple,
favorite.
if you're
I
watching,
mean, I'm talking about her Oscar-winning talents. Is what that's what I'm referring to.
You know the worst Spider-Man movies you can ever say when they disrespect Mary Jane
Which one?
and like in Homecoming when She looks nothing like Mary Jane.
Oh yeah.
Is that even Mary Jane? I think they just made a new
They just
character.
call her MJ. They just call her MJ the whole time.
I
Yeah,
didn't get that one.
Yeah, it might not be Mary Jane.
No, that's
It's just
I don't
MJ.
think it is Mary Jane. I think they said it wasn't Mary Jane. It's just some
MJ.
chick they named MJ because MJ.
Yeah, conveniently naming her MJ.
that's
I like it
beyond.
though. It's good.
That's beyond disrespectful.
Well,
Yeah, we need a hot redhead for Mary
also,
Jane.
please elaborate.
What?
I want to know your reasoning behind being so disrespected. That they changed
Because Mary Jane is Mary Jane, and we all know that Mary Jane is MJ.
What?
All I'm saying is Mary Jane, as we know her, supposed to be a really hot redhead.
Thank you,
And,
Comic Jane. Yeah,
and,
Where's
supposed to be a
that-
really hot redhead.
it's kind of like Red
All I hear
Sonja,
is
by the way.
it sounds like any character that's not the way it's been written for 40 years.
You guys want me to get controversial? Red
I don't
Sonja
care
should be a
what-
redhead too. Hollywood's got something against redheads.
I don't think so. They're pretty popular right now. Emma Stone, Jessica Chastain, Dallas Price,
Well,
Howard.
then give them the roles they're supposed to play.
Because
you know,
the director
they-
wanted to do something different. What's wrong with that?
Dang, should we really be talking about redheads without J1 here?
This is
Yeah.
like none of us have enough.
Well, that's why we're doing this to honor J1.
Well, they do that with a lot of their castings where they go completely off the wall and just put somebody who doesn't even fit the role at all. I mean, they've done that a lot of times. Catwoman made no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy.
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, the new one, kind of
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Kind of crazy.
That's even worse. Taskmaster has boobs. What the hell is that all about?
Kind of crazy.
No, that's the worst. They ruined that character, man.
Yeah, I mean, people were
Well,
looking
they
for it
can.
so bad.
I feel so bad for anybody that ran out and paid like freaking nutty money for Taskmaster #1 because it's going to take them a long time to start recovering that money.
I
Yeah, but if
how
you
do
fill the
how do
comic,
you
you
ever
fill-
bring that character back in the MCU as a
Yeah, I
true
know.
form? I mean, you can't really.
Maybe multiverse, something with the multiverse. Who knows?
I
They could always
think-
do something crazy.
What was her name? I haven't seen the movie. Was it like similar to the male Taskmaster? Is there a way they can bring like the male one into it? And, like that was just like one like a random Taskmaster, that chick.
Who, Yelena Belova?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know. They just changed the whole.
Yeah, they just
backstory
went-
and everything.
It just went crazy, dude.
Taskmaster had a certain power. You know what I mean? Like she was like made in a lab or something.
It's like a computer.
She was more
And you
like,
know
yeah,
what? It wouldn't have bothered me as much if they put like a female costume over her. You know, and like, all right, it's a female Taskmaster. They put a man's outfit over like a woman, and like it made no sense. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's not received very well. Hopefully, they learn their lesson. They don't do that again. And they just keep to who the characters actually are.
it reminds me kind of how they wasted the Mandarin character at first. And
Yeah, that was bad.
I thought that was actually kind of funny what they did. You know, it was almost like they trolled us on that a little bit because they're playing with the idea that that's the Mandarin, whatever the case is. It was never the real Mandarin. The Mandarin was always he's still hovering around in the background right now somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, they wrote that in a way where you could do that, but I don't know how you pull the real Taskmaster out of this mess.
No, I don't think you can. Like I said, unless you do something with the multiverse and there's different versions of them.
Unless you get some guy that grabs a hold of that costume and kills her, and then, there you go. That's a possibility.
But going back to-
Went out.
But going back to Suicide Squad, they can't. If they do the next one, it's not going to be James Gunn, right? He's gone now.
Was he on your contract or something like that?
He signed with them because Marvel got rid of him, so he went to DC. While he was filming this, or right when he finished it, he went back to Marvel. So now he's on DC.
Exclusively with Marvel, like because I
Yeah,
know
I
some
guess.
reports they can't go film both fucking DC and Marvel.
Unless they let him do both, which is an oddity. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be locked in with Marvel. But that's a shame because this movie was good enough where it definitely deserves a sequel, and I want to see him do it.
Yeah, I want to see another one with this squad, or like with this, and with James Gunn directing it.
Yeah, you need James. If James Gunn didn't do this movie, it would not be what it is. Like, let's be
Never say
honest.
never. Never say never. They might bring it back.
Oh, I know.
I see
I'm just
crazier
saying-
things happen.
I'm just saying, as of right now, I think he's signed exclusively with Marvel. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, possibly, but who knows? There's other great directors out there that they could choose. We're stuck on the people that have been knocking it out of the park so far, but there's so many other great directors out there that are lurking around that just haven't had an opportunity yet to hit one of these movies.
Just don't bring back the guy who did the first one. I didn't like that.
What's his name?
David Ayers?
What the hell is his name? The guy that did all the Evil Deads. That did the Spider-Man.
Sam Raimi.
I wouldn't mind seeing him take a shot at Suicide Squad. I think he's knocking that out pretty well.
I mean, I like Sam Raimi's stuff, but he has dropped the ball lately with horror movies, at least.
What's the recent thing? I haven't heard shit from Sam in a while.
Last thing he did, let me check.
With Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
Well, he's working on something now with Marvel, isn't he?
Oh, he did the alligator shit movie.
Alligator shit movie. What is that?
Oh,
Yes, please tell me.
I heard that was pretty good. Was it trash?
He just did Don't Breathe 2.
Yeah, he did Crawl.
Oh, Crawl. Yeah, he did Crawl. That was kind of crappy.
It was not a good movie.
I didn't like it.
It was horrible.
He did The Grudge. Oh, man, that was bad.
Yeah, everything he's done after Evil Dead and Army of Darkness.
Well, Ash vs. Evil Dead was good. And he did Poltergeist. I like that, actually. But now we're going totally off the rails. I won't continue.
Listen, anytime you want to talk about Evil Dead or Army of Darkness, it doesn't matter. You're not going off the rails. That's talk everybody wants to talk about.
Well, we start with horror movies. I'll never stop. So
I could jump in on a lot of that too, man. It's good stuff, man. But going back to what we were saying, they got talented people out there that they can if they wanted to.
Yeah.
What character would you guys want to see DC really
Punchline.
do something good? Punchline? That's your number one choice?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll go with that.
What about the rest of you guys? I'm curious.
Punchline's too new. I want to see a Solomon Grundy.
But isn't that what you want though?
That's an interesting choice.
I'd love to see Solomon Grundy, dude. I think
Yeah, that's a really interesting choice. Yeah, that is a
He's
cool
so
choice.
underutilized. He's such a cool character.
Yeah, but see a movie based off him would be retarded.
Yeah, like one up like the Joker with Solomon Grundy would be a good one.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's something you don't expect.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually a really cool concept. I never even thought of that. What about the rest of you? What character would you choose?
Well, AM wants Punchline.
DC, I don't know. I don't have any.
DC's whack.
super
I don't have
favorites of
characters.
DC.
Fine, I'd go with my second pick, Matty Freeze.
Matty Freeze is a DC
That'd
character.
be insane.
Oh God, go to sleep, dude.
I'm for a Matty Freeze movie.
See?
All
Freeze
day.
Bros.
But my character, my choice, Lobo.
Red? Who? Red?
Riptail.
I'd love to see a Lobo show.
Yeah,
or a
Lobo's a
movie.
good one.
Has there ever been a Hawkman or Hawkgirl in any DC movie?
Does anybody really want a Hawkman or Hawkgirl?
Oh man.
No, there's a Hawkman coming up. There's a Black Adam.
And we're getting Blue Beetle too.
Why?
You see the casting for that one?
Yeah, why do we need Blue Beetle?
The lead from Cobra Kai, that guy.
I think that's a good casting.
He's gonna-
That's a really good casting.
Yeah, it could be good.
Why?
As long
Why?
as they
Who
don't,
wants a Blue Beetle? Who wants a
as long as they
Hawkman?
don't cast a Pop-Tart, we good.
Nah.
Seriously, guys. You guys wake up in the morning wanting a Blue Beetle movie or
No,
a
no.
Hawkman
That's
movie?
very obscure, but hey, you never know.
Like, yeah, let me get a Blue Beetle.
Let me watch it. Let me get a Blue Beetle.
Well,
Because
hey.
you're all those dire Blue Beetle fans.
What?
I mean, if you want a cool spin-off from Batman, how about a Red Hood movie? That'd be cool as hell.
Well, they already did it with
That family movie would be
That's
dope.
a
Like
cartoon.
Batman with the cow storyline, that'd be dope.
Well, what
They
do
should
you
do-
guys think
they
of
should do
what
Hush
do
as
you
a
guys think of the Gotham series that they did?
I couldn't watch it. That's just me though.
maybe another John Constance.
Really? You couldn't watch it at all?
I watched. I'm not kidding. I watched 2 episodes. I think I saw one where some guy was putting balloons on people's hands and attaching them to hot dog carts. They're flying away. I'm like, I'm done with this show, and I shut it off.
Oh man, that was one of the first episodes.
Yeah, once I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I had enough of this show. I'm done now. I
So
checked
they're not-
out.
Give it a chance. Watch a few episodes in.
Yeah, I'm not making it up, dude. I'm telling you.
No,
Wait.
that really is an episode.
There's an episode where a dude's walking around handcuffing balloons to people's hands and attaching it to the hot dog carts, and they're flying away.
Fucking down.
He's right.
Where-
That is a real episode.
Yeah, shut it off.
Where could I go to find this shit?
Go to like episode 2 of season 1.
All right, for sure.
But honestly, give it another shot as far as seeing a few more episodes.
And they had Grundy in there too, and he was horrible. I saw that. I saw a clip of that.
That was not. Towards the end, it got a little wonky.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
There was a good part through the middle of the series that was really, really good.
Yeah, I hear good things about it. Just I totally cut out when I saw that hot dog thing. I'm like, I'm out.
You know what? If I started from that point, I think I would have dropped it. I actually went back to see season 1 after I got started in season 2, I think. But it's a really decently done. It's a good show. It's not
Yeah,
a
it has a
bad
big
show.
following. I'm assuming it's pretty good.
So now, Freeze Brothers, are you guys scared of hot
Hot
dog?
dogs?
Hot,
I'm not
hot
scared
dog,
of my.
hot
I'm not
dog
scared of them.
carts?
I'm just not going to watch a movie or a show with it in it. I'm not going to give my time to watch somebody get pulled away by balloons and hot dogs.
They don't like
Fucking
the
hot dog
comedy of the
carts
balloons and
already.
hot dogs. So
Oh,
what do you
yeah.
think? Did we get voted? Can we put like a protest together for a Lobo movie?
It would be hard to cast Lobo. He'd have to be CGI the whole time.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's a guy you could do with makeup. And
Yeah, but he's got to be
something,
huge. Like, it would be weird.
Yeah, he's got to be huge. He's got to be,
CGI.
he's the main man.
Yeah, like that Venom CGI. Like, you have to have CGI for that size of a
You
character.
can probably get a big dude. It doesn't have to be. He's probably if they cast him, they're not going to CGI him so like he's that big.
See, I think the problem for me,
Cast the Mountain from Game of Thrones to play
the
Lobo.
problem with guys like that, like for example, like I love Evil Ernie, but to see him in a movie,
I love Real Order.
he would probably look weird as hell. Like Lobo looks cool, but in reality, you see a guy wear like Ultimate Warrior makeup with like a leather jacket. It's not going to come off to him.
Don't they have a Lobo?
Why though? Why? Think of it like this: if you make him like an albino-looking guy with like curl makeup on his face, with long hair, he could look freaking badass.
They'd have to put their own spin on it, and it might not be like as good as the original, but it could be done.
Like Evil
All I
Ernie, I
see
think
is
you
Gene
could pull off
Simmons.
with the zombie aspect.
Gene
but, like,
Simmons, yeah.
Lobo, I don't know if you could pull off a Lobo.
You could pull off anything, dude. They just had a starfish killing people.
Yeah, if you
They
make him
could do
look like
Lobo.
Lobo, though, he's going to look retarded and or like
Seriously, that Starfish looks kind of retarded.
Yeah, they have a Lobo right now. Someone's playing Lobo right now on that TV show. And he
I gotta look that up.
I haven't seen anything with Lobo, but
He has this skull on his dick. That's awesome.
what's awesome?
Like it's that show on Sci-Fi, that Superman show. I think it's called Last Son of Krypton.
Oh, the newest one?
With the two sons?
There's a new Superman show.
Yeah, with like Lois Lane and the two sons,
Yeah.
right?
Is that the one he's
No,
on
not that
about?
one. Not that one.
No.
It's like before they shipped out Superman. It's on Sci-Fi.
Krypton?
Oh, Krypton, season 2.
Yeah, this guy's skinny as hell.
Is Purple still in the chat?
I think so.
Hey, Purple, if you're still there, is this the kind of thing you wanted me to do?
It looks good.
That looks badass.
It's getting there, I guess.
It's pretty much
Not
done, I think.
Huh?
Nah, it needs a little bit more black.
This
No,
Lobo's pretty weak. Tim, I'm looking at him now.
Yeah, you see him? He's pretty weak.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you would make him look, though, I think.
It looks like a
He
sci-fi.
looked like a bigger guy, like how Tom Hardy played
Yeah.
Bane. He wasn't fucking huge.
Oh yeah, he's short. He looks like he's 5'8" or something.
nah, he's got to be a big dude.
Yeah, he's. I
He's
mean,
like-
the costume's fine, but the character they picked to play isn't great.
He's got to be a big dude. There's no way you could have Lobo as a tiny guy.
I see what Tim's saying though. The idea is here. You could do it. It doesn't have to be CGI.
Like I always thought Jason Momoa would be a good Lobo, but I really love him as Aquaman.
What's that?
Momoa, yeah, he'd be a pretty good Lobo.
Like he's big enough, it's like
Yeah.
play that. He's not super huge, but like he's believable.
Yeah, they could take that guy Braun Strowman and turn him into a robot if they wanted to. That guy is a pretty big monster.
Which one?
Yeah, that's what Braun Strowman.
He's a WWE wrestler.
That guy's a monster.
Yeah, he's huge. He's like the Mountain from Game of Thrones, kind of.
Fuck it, just cast Batista as him. Batista can play that off, and he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but he's just not gonna play anything off anymore. He's giving up on Drax as it is.
Yeah, and I think he's giving up on Drax because he's in like. He's tired of not wearing his shirt, and he's done with all that makeup. And Lobo, you probably had to do a lot of makeup.
Actually, that's bullshit. The only reason he's saying that is because he's got so many other offers. He's doing those zombie movies now that are going straight to streaming. You ever see any of those Netflix movies?
I didn't see it yet. I wanted to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's not the best, but I like it.
It's a fun throwback to those B movies. That's the cool thing that I like about Netflix. It's giving like movies that never got their light before a chance to be done.
Well, how big is Netflix going to be when they do something that's killing the children? That's going to be so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? It depends on how much they promote it. Right now, the comic industry loves that thing, but outside the comic industry, who knows about it?
Well, the key thing is the casting. If they get a big person to play Erica, it'll be huge.
They have to promote the hell out of it to get people to like really engage with it. Like the Sweet Tooth thing from the comic community got really good appraise, but how much appraise did it get from like people that are not comic people?
But the name could be weird with Sweet Tooth because you wouldn't necessarily, gravitate towards something called Sweet
That's
Tooth.
the point.
If it's called Something's Killing the Children, you're going to get horror fanatics watching that right away. They don't even need to know that it's based off a comic. Like, what the hell is this?
The name off itself, by itself.
Yeah, the name itself is like you're gonna gravitate toward it if you're into horror.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. And the question is, with Netflix, they like to release the whole show at once. I don't want them to do that with that show. I want one episode every week.
Nah, give me 2 episodes every week.
2 is fine. I don't want it all at once.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
You know what? You got that, and then you got the alternative that Disney does, that they drop one a week.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, oh, shit. Like, I got to wait a whole nother week now to see this thing.
Well, I've done that. I mean, we've done it with other shows. I don't mind doing that.
All right, well, I don't mind it either, but, Netflix messed us up. But now we're expecting...
Yeah, they spoiled the fuck out of us.
Immediate gratification.
I mean, to go totally off the rails, do you guys watch Breaking Bad, right?
Yeah.
Did you watch it live?
The last few seasons.
So that last season, when they broke it up into a year gap, after 8 episodes, that was after the first 8 episodes, and they took a year off to show the last 8. That was the longest time I've ever had to wait for anything TV show related, and it was worth it. But I mean, you talk about a gap.
Well, the gap that they had for Better Call Saul was like nuts after that.
Dude, that gap for Game of Thrones, that's the longest I've ever read.
You guys ever read fantasy novels and
No.
have to wait like 8 years for the next one to come out?
No, man, it's like comic books, pretty pictures.
8 years in between, like, the next thing in line. That's crazy.
It's sometimes even longer, man. People are still waiting for that next Game of Thrones movie or book.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with that.
Such is life, my man.
Yeah. But Breaking Bad was worth the wait, unlike Dexter.
Oh, y'all see the trailer for the new season?
Yes, I'll be watching it.
It looks pretty good.
Did you see Dexter coming out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's still a lumberjack.
Yeah, that ending was fucking stupid for Dexter, dude.
That whole season was
That whole season was fucking trash.
It was so bad, dude. Again, now if we throw it back to comics, if you like Dexter, I highly recommend reading Plastic. It is just like Dexter, but it's only like 5 issues, and it's just Dexter. It's really, really good.
Well, Plastic is a precursor to vinyl, isn't it?
No, it's the same writer. It's not a precursor.
Well, I thought it was. I thought it was a prelude.
No, because maybe it'll end up with him being at the end of vinyl, but from what I know, they said if you enjoyed Plastic, you'll enjoy vinyl because it's the same writer.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Yeah. No,
'Cause
Plastic.
I haven't read Plastic, but I've been reading vinyl. It's pretty damn interesting.
It's very odd. I mean, I like it, but it's really weird. It's not Plastic's straightforward. Like you read Plastic, you're not going to get thrown off. You're going to see it all the way through. It's just like a Dexter type, but vinyl's definitely odd.
Yeah, it's a little wonky. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me is like really like getting into it, but you know, they're only one issue away of either losing me or keeping me. You know?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm the same way. I didn't read 2 yet. Number 1 was kind of weird. That's why I'm not too excited to get into 2.
I read 2. It's not bad,
Okay.
but 3 is going to be a big factor for me.
What I did read, which totally surprised me, was Lucky Devil, that came out this week by Cullen Bunn.
Oh yeah, that was a big surprise book. I picked it up just because of the title. I didn't even hear anybody talking about it or anything like that. I'm like, all right, this looks interesting.
Did you read it?
Yeah,
It's good, right?
Surprisingly good.
Yeah, this is a weird comparison. If you like Death Note, like if anybody who's watched Death Note, it's kind of like Death Note, and it gives me vibes of the Wanted movie, whereas an employee who's always getting picked on and stuff, and he holds it all in. And then he finally lashes out, and he's got like this evil guardian with him. It's really good. I like it.
You know, I didn't put that correlation together, but that is a smart correlation.
What's that called? Lucky Devil?
Lucky Devil, yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah, number 1 just came out by Cullen Bunn, who's also writing my favorite series right now, Basilisk.
This was a good week in reading,
Yes.
guys.
I didn't even read Nice House on the Lake yet. I didn't get a chance to read number 3 yet.
This was a really good week in reading. We had that I Kill Spiders, and what the fuck is it called?
I didn't read that. Yeah, We Don't Kill Spiders. I didn't get a chance to pick that up.
Which is kind of wonky altogether. You're gonna like that, guys. Then you had the other one.
You mean you Love in the Dark? I didn't get to read that either.
I got that. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, I'll get issue 2 just to see where this goes. But if they don't hold on to me with issue 2, I'm out.
That's a Scotty Young book, right? He's the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it's
Tim,
already
you're
got
bummed
negative
for that one.
Whoa.
It's already got negative points with me at this point with the Scotty Young thing, but
like Purple Mystic said, who here is not reading Basilisk?
you know what? I'm close to dropping that too. I'm up to 3. I want to see where this goes, but it feels a little bit like a rehash of stories I've read before.
So you don't like Basket?
I like it enough to keep reading at this point, but I'm not fanatic about it the way a lot of other people are.
I am. I love it. I think it's the best series out now.
No, Nice House, in my opinion, is definitely the one for me, at least. You know, it's just it's intriguing. Nice House is really intriguing.
They're both really good, but for what I look for, Basilisk is hitting more tones with me.
And you know what? The Conjuring, I keep wavering back and forth. Have you read any of the Conjuring, the Lover books?
I bought the first issue that looked like a VHS tape, and then I sold it on Meta's auction.
I haven't heard good things.
You never read it, huh?
Nah. I actually gave up on the movies too. I won't even watch the new movie. I refuse.
I don't know if that has anything to do with the movie.
Well, I mean, it's called The Conjuring. I would think it has something to do with it, no?
I mean, other than the fact that it's
stories,
paranormal. It's interesting. I'll say that much.
I mean, I just see how Basilisk, like, I love how they're doing each issue is a spotlight of one of them, one of these gods. And you get to see what they do in this last one, in 3. You get to see 3 of them just do their thing and their powers. It's just so good. Like, it's just I can't wait to see how it ends. Like, I love the series.
I'm not going to disagree with you. It's a good series. I just don't. I don't know. There's something that feels like I've read before for some reason. I don't know. You know?
Like when they have this standoff finally, when these gods get to, I'm drawing a blank right now. The main character's name with the girl that's next to her. When they finally meet, I can't wait for that. I got to see this go down. I have to see it.
Issue 1, I was hooked. Issue 2, I was like, Issue 3 got me back in.
Issue 2 with the fryer scene? How do you not love that?
I don't know. It's just
the dude's like, I wonder what the oil feels like. He puts his face in the fryer.
Wait, isn't issue 2 the one that they're basically at a diner and talking?
Yeah, and the guy walks in and makes everybody do crazy things. And the one guy puts his face in a fryer, and that's an awesome issue. That's why they started doing the powers of each one of them in each issue.
I just felt like it was too plucky in that issue.
No, Purple Mystic's right, Reagan. And I forget the main. Reagan's the ex-god who's joining the other girl. I forgot the other girl's name. Reagan's the one with the blue mask.
But I'm in. You know, I'll probably be reading. You know, I got it on my pull list. I'll be picking it up at least for the next few issues. But it's got me one of those. It's one of those books that got me rocking. I'm not sure how I feel about it at this point.
Well, me and Purple Mystic are both all in on it because we talk about it all the time. I think I have every variant of every issue.
Anything in new comic book, free comic book day coming out that you guys are really looking forward to?
House of Slaughter, obviously.
Yeah.
I think everybody's. I'm talking about stuff that not everybody's jumping on.
Well, Stray Dog's just another reprint, right? So I'm not. I mean, I want it.
There's original stuff in Stray Dogs.
Is it going to be a spinoff, or is it just going to be number one?
No, there's like added original stuff in Stray Dogs. Definitely.
So I definitely want to read that. That's one of my other series I'm really enjoying. Well,
yeah, definitely pick that one up. I realize that.
And then We Live is just a reprint of 5, I think.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know what's inside of it. I just know we're getting a We Live book.
I thought it was a reprint of number 1.
Oh, Mike. You would know, AM. What is it?
What's up?
What is you have the Comic Book Day Stray Dogs?
Yeah.
Is it just a reprint of number 1? Or is
it looks like a continuation.
Oh, so it's an additional issue.
It's a preview for that issue that's coming out in what, September, October?
Oh, it's that preview of that spinoff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I did like a review of all the books that are coming out on Free Comic Book Day a couple hours ago, and this is what I came across, and I want you guys to take a good look at this. Tales of Grown Up Nothing. Okay? Anybody know anything about this book?
No.
Well, let me tell you all about it. Experience the passion and pleasure of the Fun Girl. Delight in her exploits, demolishing patriarchy while almost burning the house down while masturbating. Showing teenage skateboard tricks and scheming job on a funeral home. And Llama. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. Chaos reigns supreme.
Who is the publisher of that?
Silver Sprocket.
And that's a Free Comic Book Day. Wow.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with people? Look at this cover. This looks like a cover like a little kid's gonna pick up and like, oh, look, the little girl, she's on the skateboard. Then all of a sudden she opens up the bucket and the girl's like masturbating and burning houses down. What the fuck kind of comics are these? I don't get it.
Bin 50? Bin 50, brother says.
Like I'm fucking blown away with this thing. You know? Oh, I'm sorry, language. You know, but this thing gets me nuts.
That should not be in Free Comic Book Day. That should not be.
And then I saw this thing on Tyranny. Look at this thing. A comic market exclusive expert from upcoming graphic edition of historian Timothy Snyder's best-selling books of lessons of surviving and resisting America's arc towards authoritarianism. Look at this. They're like politic books and I don't know what the hell, Marxist and socialist. I'm all freaked out with all the stuff that they're coming out with.
I'll just stick to my dogs. And,
are you being serious?
Yeah, these are look, this is real. I got this right off this Free Comic Book Day.
No, I know that's real. I just wondered if you're being serious.
And this thing too, Tales of Grown Up Nothing. This is worse, man, because this looks like a little kid book that they're you know putting out a Free Comic Book Day. It should not be put out like that.
Definitely not.
Why not?
Who said that?
I did.
Do you have kids?
Why not?
You got kids?
No, I don't.
Well, there you go. If you had kids, you would be saying a different thing.
No, I wouldn't. I don't think I would, because there's a guy next to me who has kids, and he's saying exactly what I'm saying.
Why is gratuitous violence like okay for it to be on the shelf, but if anything has any hint of sex or nudity, it's like, oh my god.
Isn't
Why
Free
is
Comic
it
Book
on
Day?
No, it's the cover. It's the cover.
What's on the cover?
Look at this cover. What
I
did you
can't even see it. Can you put it full screen, Ian?
I don't think
Look at this cover. Look at this cover. Does this look like a? It looks like a little kid's book.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of misleading. Like when you see someone's killing the children, you see like masks and blood and knives.
Yeah, that's
It's
my
like
point.
a girl, just like a little kid playing around.
No, I'm not saying they shouldn't make these comics. They can make anything they want, but just don't make it look like this, man.
Yeah, it's misleading.
On
I
a day
don't
that,
see what that
I
has to
think
do with
it
it.
clearly says rating mature on it. I mean,
where? It doesn't say on the cover. It doesn't say anywhere on the cover. And on top of it, Fun Girl.
So AM, as a comic book shop owner, are you going to put this on the shelf right out in the open for a little kid to grab?
No, I wouldn't.
Because why? Because you're a smart guy and you understand, hey, I probably shouldn't put this book since I know what it's about right on the shelf for a little kid to grab. Maybe I'll put it somewhere else or put it just tell certain customers about it. I mean,
Yeah, it'd be
people have common sense.
separate from everything else. I don't think I would put that on the shelves as
But
where
I
a little
can
kid.
tell you, Am, I could promise you there's going to be LCSs that put this on next to like Spider-Man, you know? And some
But,
of those
and
kids
then
that-
what was bad about it again? Because she masturbates in it?
well, masturbating and burning houses down and you know, I mean, come on. It's funny.
No, you're
Think
right.
about it.
Teenagers don't masturbate. They shouldn't be. They might get influenced by that book. To do
But
it.
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that what they're doing here is wrong. It's the way they're presenting it is the problem. I don't want a 6-year-old kid to pick this thing up by accident.
I mean, it looks like a tweener book to me. I don't know.
I
It
don't
looks
know.
like exactly what it says.
I don't know. Yeah, it says rating mature. Well, I don't know what ages that qualifies, but and then the Tyranny book is teen, so that's all right. But at least the cover is not as bad on. You know, this kind of gives you an impression of what the hell's going on here. On Tyranny, 20 lessons from 20th century. All right, you know, somebody's going to look at this, and some 5-year-old is not going to grab this book. At least you hope not, you know. But you know, these are weird, man. Really weird.
I guess all I can say to you is politics and sex are just part of life, and to try to like shield people from that is not reality to me.
I got no problem with that. It's just the
But that's the
presentation.
two things you just brought up.
Well,
Politics
it's because of the presentation that they're bringing it out, and it's on Free Comic Book Day when you got a bunch of little kids going in there.
Well, I just looked at the solicitation for free growth.
There's a red room free comic book.
I was just going to say that there's a red room. That's probably the worst book you could ever look at.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? The cover says it all, though.
And
Let me
where's
see-
the
let me
rule
see.
that Free Comic Book Day is only for little kids?
Yeah, there ain't gonna be. I mean, there will be, but I'm just
The
saying,
intention-
adults are the ones speculating
I
on
mean,
these
yeah,
books.
the bulk of comic book sales in this country is adult men.
Grown ass men.
Yeah, I get that, but you know, the whole point is to get kids to buy these things. You know, That's the
There's
point.
a ton of
The
other
Boys
ones.
is there too. You got the Boys. The
The
Boys is
Smurfs.
coming out.
that's a messed up one too to put out.
Have you
on
ever
that
read a
thing.
book called Hero Gasm?
I have it. Yeah, it's a sick
Yeah,
book.
that's the one